Hello again, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday evening. I'm going to leave this up for a minute, just see what's going on, and wait for a couple people to join us here in the chat room. Specifically, I need to jump over to here, I think. So I'm kind of hoping, oops, I hit the wrong thing. I'm kind of hoping I get, doggone wrong thing again. Kind of hoping I get a couple people to join us here in the Wednesday night chat. It's going to be brief. I got to start dinner here in about 42 minutes. I'll probably have a marathon later on tonight. In fact, if I don't get anybody to join me right now, I probably will hold off on the show doing the comparison between Vegas Pro and Shotcut later. I got started on a couple things, and I'm going to put them side by side and actually do a comparison and get everybody's thoughts and opinion on what they think is going on. See what they think about it. Basically, is so. Right now I'm all by myself, no one's joining us in the room. I was hoping to at least get one, maybe two people in here real quick but that's kind of just the way it's going to go, I guess. Not a problem. So we'll just sit here for a minute. I'm going to leave this one up until I get to where I'm ready to do what I need to do. Got a viewer, welcome in, whoever's watching. Let me get this one text sent real quick and then we will go from there. Don't know who it is because nobody's in. I know it's not Ron because he hadn't said anything in the chat room. Kind of waiting on Ron to join us. I just sent him a text to let him know that I'm live. If you like what you see, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button. That way when I go live, you get a little ding on your computer if you've got it set up that way, or you'll get an email saying I'm going live. Or on YouTube itself, the notification bell will be highlighted. And let me see if I can bring up my YouTube here. I may have, yeah, I did. So I actually want to discuss Vegas Pro and Shotcut. Vegas Pro 17s by Sony video editing. Shotcut is a different, freer, newer, easier, somewhat restrictive video editing as well. I've done quite a bit just playing around with it, figuring things out. So this afternoon I actually put it on my host machine. I used to do Vegas Pro in my virtual machine, but it's so laggy and so slow that I thought, I might as well put this over on my host. Eventually this year I'm going to build a computer, and it's going to be super fast, super bad, and it's strictly going to be used for live broadcasting and video editing and nothing else. I've wanted to build a computer for a long time. Wanted is the key word there. Now I have a need to build a computer because I'm not going to go buy one. I'm going to build it. I've had my one computer since 2007, so it's well past its lifetime. And I've had this one for about 5 years now, and I haven't done anything to it other than upgrade the memory, and it's fine. It's an i7 machine with a 24 gigabyte of RAM and a little cheap video card. That's how it came to me when I bought it. So I'm good with it. So, what we need to do now, when I say we, I mean me, since it doesn't look like anybody's going to join us, let me jump over here and see if anyone's. No, they're not. So that's fine. We're going to close that. This might be very short-lived, actually, which is, I mean, that's fine. I know I have a viewer, and I really appreciate you joining. If you have a YouTube channel, then say hi in the chat room over here to the right, and I'll acknowledge you over here in the chat as well. Let me see, someone just gotta answer this. This is my cousin. So now the messages are rolling in. Not much there, that's cool. So we're gonna jump back over here to watching what I'm doing, and even though I said welcome everyone, there's only one person that I can see is viewing for now. Usually by now my good friend in Las Vegas has joined us. I really need to do this. I'm going to minimize my screen. Well, I'm actually going to adjust my screen so I can see what's going on. I'm going to go open Mozilla Firefox, and I'm only going to open that because I want to see something myself. Wants to do that. Well, I'm going to do that. So we're going to go over here. I'm going to type in YouTube. We're going to do that. It's going to open up. I made a dummy account just so that I could basically see what's going on as I am actually broadcasting, and pretty cool actually. It actually is very cool. Click on the live thing here. I'm probably gonna have to turn my volume down because there will be a bad echo if there's not. So I don't hear any echo, I don't hear any sound. Okay, so I got the sound muted. So here we go. You do have some music going on this one. There's a delay from when I watch it on OBS, which is what I use to broadcast, versus what I actually get to see on YouTube itself. And I've set up screens and tried to watch it and this, that, and the other. So my cuz is there. Hey cuz, welcome. I can see you're in the chat room, which means you have a YouTube channel. Send me what your channel information is so I can subscribe to it. This is so cool. So now I know the chat works, so that is great. Let's get into what I was going to get into earlier today, and we're going to bring up the main screen here. And we're going to bring it down to this. And then as soon as it changes, oh, I messed that up. As soon as it changes, I will go to, now I have 2 subscribers, so okay, so that's changed. Cool. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this, and we're going to make it short. We're going to minimize that. I'm going to open up Shotlink, or Shotcut. I always call it Shotlink. For some reason, I'm stuck in the golf mode. I'm thinking I'm going to be playing golf here pretty soon, so, and I'm going to bring up Vegas Pro. I'm going to put them side by side, which will take me a minute to adjust this down here. These are both video editing, and right now my grandchildren are the test subjects. So these are identical videos in that they have the exact same thing on both of them. Let's see where I'm at here. I need to bring this one down a little bit, I think. Yeah, so I do a lot of this. I split my screen quite a bit actually, so that I can do comparisons and whatnot. This one looks a little small. We're going to bring it out. Okay, that looks cool. So, if you go in Vegas Pro, if you go to the beginning and you play this, then you will see hopefully that her name bounces in from left to right, and then I didn't figure out how to stop it properly yet, so it starts again, and that's just an adjustment. Then my other twin granddaughter, her name's Yana Bell, it rolls in and rolls out, and it's done. So it keeps going because I added 2 pictures to her. Now the thing I don't like is this is going to keep running. I don't know if this is showing or not on here. Let me see. Got 3 viewers now. Thank you. Welcome in. Appreciate you watching. So now, if I don't stop this, this is going to run for days. So we're going to take it back to the beginning. Now we're going to jump over here to Shotcut, and we're going to play it from the beginning, which is right here. Basically, it's the same thing as the other one. I got to find my play button here, wherever it disappeared to. It's the bad thing about when you shrink these things down, things tend to disappear. So there's my play button. We're going to play this. Same thing. It's just I wanted them to be as close as they could. And there's all 3 of my grandchildren, Valerie, which is Valka, Yana, and Maddie. The twins are 2, and Maddie's a year old. So we're going to take this back to the beginning. You can do it this way manually, or you can, if you get real lucky, you can grab this thing. So you can hit this button right here, and it goes back to the beginning of the first picture, second picture, and the very beginning. They're basically the same. I did discover today over here in this one that you've got your Explorer right here, and you have the ability to change how you see it. And I swear I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm going to make it full screen so I can hopefully find it. Most of you or anyone that's watched me before knows I don't do anything rehearsed. Everything is unscripted. Everything is live. Everything happens, and there are mistakes made. And this is how I learn. We go back and we fix them. Real quick story on how I got started on this was my friend in Las Vegas called me one day and said, "Hey, I'd like to do video editing. Don't know anything about it. Can you look into it for me and let me know?" I said, "Sure." So that's what happened. So now there is, in here somewhere, I found you can actually see these as opposed to what it was, which used to be, I think it's right here. Yeah, see, it used to be details, and I'm going nuts because, gosh, I can't see this picture. I don't know what it is. So today, I determined, oh look, thumbnails. So we're going to take this back to the one size it was, and we're going to, yes, Michelle, they are both available for PC and Mac. In fact, you know, good question, great question. Let's do this. I'm going to minimize this, and I'll minimize Shotcut. I want to call it ShotLink. Anyone that plays golf knows what ShotLink is. So we're going to open this up. To get this, you go to OBS, type it in your web browser, hit enter, and you want to go to the second one down, because if you go to this one, it's not it. This is Streamlabs. You want to go to OBS, which is Open Broadcaster Software. Click on that, and this is the one you want. And as you see, it's for Windows, Mac, which is Apple. Boo hiss, that's coming from a guy that owns an iPhone. Boo hiss. Now, I've worked with Apple before. They're all right. Pretty good systems, actually. And Linux. It's very simple. You'd simply, and I can't watch right now because I got everything over here on my tab that I watch on. But since I'm here, I'm going to work on trying to zoom so that I can say, okay, you're going to click, click right here in case you can't follow it. I did make my icon a little bit bigger. So you click right here, and it tells you thank you for downloading it. and it downloads it right here instantly. I mean, instantly, depending on your machine. I always look at it in the folder, and right there it is, OBS Studio. I'm not going to install it again because I have it installed, but if I wanted to, all I got to do, right click, run as administrator, and it would install it. So I don't need it. I'm going to delete it. Now I don't know what would happen if I go back a page. I don't know what would happen. Well, if we go for Mac, let's see what happens with Mac. Oh, it's going to download it for Mac too. So maybe I'll put a Macintosh operating system on a virtual machine and see what the differences is in there. Okay, and again, now I obviously thought it was on a Mac, so it's not showing. But if I do a virtual machine, I should be able to do that. So I'm going to delete this real quick. So yes, it is both. Very good question. Very good question. And this is why I want people to chat, because if they come up with a question, that's great. I'll do my best to research it and find out what's going on. And if I have to say, well, look, I'll get you an answer and come back to you on that, I will. But that was an easy one and a very good question. So appreciate that. So going back to the two programs, we have Vegas Pro, which is Sony, and you have Shotcut, which I can't remember who it is. It's NCH, I think. And Charlie Brown just sent me a message, as you heard. So it's real easy, especially Shotcut. So we're going to go over here and we're going to go to Grandbabies, and we're going to adjust this so we don't have things overlapping. And we're going to, so let's just say I want to get this picture right here. I'm going to bring it over here, drag and drop, boom, it's there. And then let's go ahead and get this one, drag and drop, so we're good there. I don't know what's in here. This is iPhone pictures. Obviously, there's not going to be. Oh, this is from Vegas when I put in my koi pond and my garden. I'm gonna bring them over here just to, since this is an experimental thing anyway. In our house in Vegas. So there's my son when he was, and there's my sister when we were camping. So yeah, we're good. That gives us enough to play around with. So I periodically go back here and see how many viewers we got, see if there's anybody in the chat room. Usually Ron is in there. He's a moderator, and there's no need yet to moderate because no one said anything that's not inappropriate, because nobody said anything except for my cousin. I appreciate her doing that. So we're going to jump back over here. So all you have to do to add to what you're doing, and by the way, you can do this with videos. Let's bring a video. I'm going to drag this video down to here. I'm going to put it in there, and we're going to. Now you'll notice that it drops it right here. If I grab this and move it and butt it up against the next one, or make it meet, it'll automatically join, as long as you've got your toggle snagging on. If your toggle snagging is not on, you have to try to do it yourself, and believe me, it's not easy to do. I'm sure that looks like it's right, but I can almost promise you it's not. There's going to be a little bit of, well, that's not bad, surprisingly. Okay, so I apologize. I have to answer this text real quick. So now we've got some new sources in there. You noticed I think I took this video straight down there, but I want to get rid of it. Well, you know what? I don't want to get rid of it. I want to put the toggle snag back on. I want to grab it, put it up against there. Then I'm going to take this back. We're going to play it all the way through. Granddaughter number 1, granddaughter number 2, granddaughter 1, 2, and grandson 1. and it goes straight into a video. Now I got this video because over here in OBS, I wanted to have different scenes or different things. So I've got to figure out how I want to do this, even though you guys might be able to see this. This is my first scene, and I always put on there the day, what it is, and what's going to happen. So tonight I'm going to talk about Vegas Pro versus Shotcut. Well, I'll get off on tangents. That's just me. It runs in the family, believe me when I tell you that. And my second scene is my screen where I can, when I'm teaching people things about Windows, when I'm doing a virtual machine and installing it for someone, I get the permission. I broadcast it so that people can see. My second scene is strictly playing around to go in and test different things out. And then there's that one. And if I remember right, yeah, this is one of the first ones I did. And L&K is Lorna and Ken. Special guest is Ronnie's our friend in Las Vegas. So we did this. He liked the little lighting shining, and then there should be a fire go across there, I think, or there used to be. So let's see if there is actually. Yeah, there it goes. I knew that there was. It's on a 15-second loop, so it's going to loop every 15 seconds. I see my subscribe and notification buttons are just a little bit off, so I need to adjust those. So let's see which one needs to be adjusted here. So go into properties. Yep, it looks good. So that part's correct. Let's move it down. And let's put it. Yeah, there it goes. I knew that there was. Over here. And let's see what happens. Have to wait 15 seconds. Okay, I can deal with that. That actually turned out pretty good. I might make it. I might go to subscribe and just move it a little bit here and go ahead and make it just a little bit bigger, and then we'll be good. We'll see what that looks like. So anyway, I got like 14 scenes now. See, my camera's a little bit off. I should adjust that. Actually, need to put it up top. Yeah, I'll have to mess around with that when I can fix it. But it's so simple to use. It really is simple. I mean, I figured it out. If I can figure it out, anybody can figure it out. This actually had some planes in the background taking off. It was just a joke. And that's my different camera. I've got another camera on here. I've got two cameras. I like this one. I found this. The Hollow Earth is what I called it. It wasn't identified as such. I identified it as that. Actually, Lorna identified it as that. Or as we like to call her, the boss. So that's what this is. So to show you guys anything that I'm doing that counts, I have to be in this mode. And it looks like the cousin left, which is fine. I just can't tell you how ecstatic I am that someone joined, someone chatted. I know that that works now, and I don't have to make any adjustments. So let's go back to Shotcut, and I'm going to go ahead and make it full screen. And we're going to shorten this video down right here by grabbing it right here and just shortening the video. And we're going to go back to the beginning. We're going to go back one frame, and we're going to play it. And there's that. So to show you the differences between Vegas Pro, which is this one, I'll put the same video in there. You may have to make this bigger. So you got to go to Explorer, and then you go over here. You want to go to Desktop, and then I want to find Video 1 MP4, and it may not show up. I think I can grab it and bring it in here. No, I cannot. So let me see if I can grab it. Yeah, it's because it's being used elsewhere. So I might be able to right click, copy, and again, I have no clue. I don't see a paste anywhere, so that's out. So because I'm using it elsewhere, I can't drop and drag it. And I don't see it over here. Desktop Bird, Gold Justice, Grandbaby, Reach Phones, Miscellaneous, New folder. It's only seeing folders, but I could add that video in here very easily. And it's cool. I mean, it really is cool. So back to Shotcut. We're going to bring it up. So if I want to add text to this, and I come up here to filters, I go to the plus button. And just as sure as I say that, it locks up. So we're going to go filters, plus, there we go. Got to be on the picture. Now I'm on the picture, so plus, I'm going to type in the word text, and I'm going to do a simple text. Brings up that that's what's defaults to the timestamp. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the timestamp, and we're going to call this bouncing water. Now, I haven't found a means in here yet to adjust that yet. I will. It can be done. First thing we want to do is we want to come in here to preset, and let's say we want to drop it from the top to the bottom. Then we go over here and we find sliding from the top. We click on that. And I'm not fond of the white. We're just going to use blue for now. We're going to hit OK. That's going to change to blue. We're going to close this. We're going to come back here. We're going to hit play. And there it is. It just bounces down just like that. Now, if I could put the same video over in to Vegas Pro, which unfortunately I can't because it's in operation, then to do it, okay, let's grab, did I add pictures? I think I did, didn't I? Yeah. So we'll use this picture here. We're going to grab this picture. We're going to expand it, make it usable. We're going to take it to right about there. So now we come in here to media generators. We're going to go to titles and text. I'm going to grab this one right here, and I'm going to put it right there. It's called the drop split. I don't think I want it that big, so we're going to make it half the size. We're just going to change this to any font you want. You can change the color right. Well, I know you can change the color. I just got to remember where it's at. Oh, yeah, right here. So you click on that. You can do custom colors. The thing here I like about this one is you can grab this eyedropper, and if there's anything in the background, you can just take the eyedropper, drag it over to it, and it'll automatically change the color. So, for example, we're going to go blue, and we're going to say that's fine. So we're going to come up here, then we're going to bring our cursor to there. We're going to hit play, and let's see. Drop split. Oh, there it is. Kind of not what I wanted. So we're going to change that. We're going to come in here to the media generator. We're going to change the drop split to what we're going to say grandkids. We're going to change the size. That's obviously too big, so we're going to go exactly half. We're going to highlight it. Then we're going to go half. We're going to center it. That's all we're going to do. I like how that drops. Maybe, probably not actually. But we're going to leave that like that. We're going to close it. We're going to hit play. And I clearly don't like it like that. So, real quick check. Got 2 people. Good. I'm cool with that. So I got to get rid of this teal background. And I think to do that, I have to go into the editor, go find the background screen, which is got the text color, got the animation, got the scale, got the location, got the anchor point, which is the center. I want to change right here the background. I don't like the background. So what I want the background to be is this. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to take the eyedropper. I'm going to hope it picks up the whole picture, but I'm pretty sure it won't. So we're going to hit right here, and it changed it. Now, when we play it, okay, no problem. The color's all right. Okay, that's cool. I like that. So now what we've got to do is we got to bring this down here. We're going to bring this whole thing down here. We're going to leave that right there. Then we're going to hit play. It's going to play. Now it's going to say drop. It's going to say, okay, it didn't say. It should have said. Why didn't it say? So let's make this a little bigger. Hit play again. Okay, no problem. The color's all right. That's cool. I like that. So and now I'm getting upset because it works over here. We got to bring this down here. We're going to bring this whole thing down here. We're going to leave that. It works right there. That bounces in. Play. It's going to play. Now it's going to say drop. It's going to say. Okay, it didn't say. That floats in. Let's make this a little bigger. And then the last one does what it's supposed to do. It comes from the top to the bottom. Just like. Now I'm getting upset because. I mean, that was the other one. Okay, so we're going to stop this. We're going to figure out why. So let's move this down below it. It works right there. That bounces. And see what happens. So we're going to bring our starting point over here. Okay, now I'm getting a little upset. That's fine. Not the first time, not the last time. We're going to bring this over here. We're going to right click and we're going to delete it. Now we're going to go to the effects. Let's see what happens. We're going to bring our starting point over here. We're going to grab one. We're just going to bring it down here. We're going to put it right there. We're going to highlight it. We're going to change the size to 16. We're going to change the font to Tahoma. We're going to change the color to blue-ish. We're going to go look at the background color, which is checkerboard. Clearly don't want checkerboard. Let's see what it does. And then the other thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of twist end. And we're going to say grandkids. And we're going to center it. We're going to close it. We're going to play it and see what it does. And it still didn't work, which that's making me kind of mad because I don't see any difference in what I got going on there as opposed to what I got going on there. The other thing that's kind of difficult, you got to be able to grab these corners. Now let's see what it does. Should fade if it's going to do it. And it's not going to do it. So let me grab this. And it still didn't work. Yeah, it's there. And it plays. And it fades in like it's supposed to. So I'm kind of wondering what's going on with it. Let's make it there. Let's take it back to here. Let's hit play. Huh. I'm just super confused as to why that's like that. I guess maybe I should come over here and look at these properties. So we got text color of blue. And we got background color of checkerboard of all zeros. And it plays. So let's close that out. Let's go back to the beginning. Yep, that works. So I got to figure out why this one is not working. I guess maybe I should come over here and look at these properties. So we got text color. Got to work on that later. This is interesting. I don't think it has anything to do with the length. I mean, I can make it as long as I want, and it'll show the picture. And then when it gets past the picture, it'll go grandkids. But that's, oh, there it is. Okay, it showed up. So don't like that because it's right over the kids, but at least it works. And then it's just gonna repeat because I made it so doggone long. So let's change it. Let's go to. Have to work on that later. This is interesting. I don't think it has anything to do with the length. I can make it as long as I want, and it'll show the picture. I should be able to change it. I probably can't, but I should be able to. So we're going to close that. We're going to go to subtitles and see what that's all about. So let's change it. Let's go to. There's a picture because I've got a picture down here. I have no idea what subtitles is. Probably can't, but I should be able to. So we're going to close that. We're going to go to subtitles. I was thinking. There's a picture. Well, shoot. So no problem. Here's the cool thing about all this. If you do something and you don't like it, you can hit the undo button right here, and it undoes everything you've done. I was thinking, just have to be real careful to not go back too far. Well, I think that's where, no, I'm going to go back another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Okay, now we're good. So this is pretty much where I started out at, and I can get rid of this one too. I think one more time, one more time, one more time, one more time. Just have to be real careful. Okay, now I'm right back to where I started from. So that's Vegas Pro. A little more harder to work with, but it's got much more to work with as far as the effects and whatnot goes. So it is 7 o'clock. I have to go start dinner. I'm up to 3 people. Hey, Ron, no worries. I've got to go cook dinner, so you're going to have to watch this once I go. Once I stop streaming, you're going to have to watch it and see what you think. I was just showing the difference between Shotcut and Vegas Pro. Just watching, you'll see what I was doing. I will be live tonight, probably 10:45 my time, 11 o'clock my time, which will be 8:45, 9 o'clock your time. I did get someone else to join us in the chat room. Obviously, it's a family member. It's my cousin, but it works. We actually got someone to chat. We had 4 people watching at one time, which is wonderful. We're just going to have to get the word out. We're going to have to get our storyboards for our videos we're going to do. And then when I do a live video, we're probably going to have something that says this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to cover. And like I said in the beginning, I'll probably get off track, which I will. That's just me. So I appreciate everybody watching. Ron, sorry I got to cut it short. I'll be back later tonight. I'll give you a heads up and let you know in case you want to watch. Hopefully you didn't cut your conversation short just to come in here to be told, oh, gotta go. So thanks for watching, everyone. If you like what you see, subscribe to my channel, get notifications, leave comments, make sure they're clean. Trying to keep this as family oriented as